Hey everybody, Naomi here with IGN's E3 live show streaming on e3.ign.com. It's been a while since we've seen Ninja Hot Stuff Ria Hayabusa, but that's all about to change. Let's now toss it over to Hillary and Ninja Gaiden 3.
Thanks, Naomi. It's been great to be back. So we have got Ninja Gaiden 3 for you. This takes on right after the end of Ninja Gaiden 2. We're going to get a quick look at the single-player campaign and find out all the new gameplay changes. And joining me here is Peter Garza, who is the localization director for Tecmo. So Peter, welcome aboard.
Thank you for having us.
So can you maybe give us a taste of how Ninja Gaiden 2 ended and sort of where we pick up with Ninja Gaiden 3?
Well, Ninja Gaiden 3 is really its own story.
Okay.
In the Ninja Gaiden universe, we're picking up, I guess, where the series left off, because we're dealing with Yu and all the people that he's killed so far. So story-wise, it's not a direct sequel, but all the killing that he's done is going to matter in the story here. Ninja Gaiden 3, we're trying to sort of make him a Japanese dark hero and show a little bit more of a human side of Yu Hayabusa and sort of show the consequences for killing as much as he has. Trying not so much a killing machine, but show that there's some other stuff that's going on as well.
Well, in this demo, he's actually going to be going around killing a whole lot of people, right?
Oh yeah, we'll have plenty of action for you right here.
And so this is obviously, right off the bat, you can see a new gameplay mechanic. Can you talk a little bit about these kind of, I guess you wouldn't call them QuickTime events, but...
Sure. This is actually a tutorial stage that we're putting in for E3. So they look like QuickTime events. Eventually, those button prompts will go away. It's a new mechanic that is sort of the core of the concept for combat for Ninja Gaiden 3. We call it Steel on Bone. The idea is to make combat here feel more visceral. You know, chopping people down with katana right in their close, blood spraying on you. They're going to be screaming in pain right in your ear. You know, Ninja Gaiden 1 was about making action fun. Ninja Gaiden 2 was about just having fun lopping people's heads off. Ninja Gaiden 3, we're going to try and bring it close down, make them a little more human, a little more real, and that mechanic gives you the opportunity to get in close and see the actual, you know, the sword and what it does to a human body when you get in close.
And one of the other things that we're going to see in this demo is that you are kind of maybe building up a meter, and you do there's a super attack you can perform, correct?
Sure. Ultimate techniques are back, but we're trying to we're trying to increase the immersion into the world of Ninja Gaiden 3. So rather than have just a straight up meter on screen that you fill up to perform the ultimate technique like you just did, you'll see Yu's arm glowing. And that's connected with the events of the story. You know, how he becomes like that is also dealt with in the story. So we're trying to link sort of the gameplay elements into the story itself and make a whole like immersive experience. So no orbs that you're going around, no like very few gamey kind of things.
Oh, okay. And one of the other things is, you know, Ninja Gaiden series has been known for needing to block a lot. Is that still going to be the case in 3?
Yeah, absolutely. We know that fans of Ninja Gaiden want the challenge. They want those strategic battles where you have to work at winning Ninja Gaiden. And a lot of people sort of, wear that as a badge of pride. Yeah, I beat Ninja Gaiden, man. So we definitely want to satisfy those fans. You're going to have a challenge. What we want to try with Ninja Gaiden 3 is not have that be a barrier to entry. For people who haven't played the games or maybe have been turned off because they hear it's so challenging, it's not a matter of being easy or hard. It's more like they have a different skill set. You know, if they played other action games, they're just used to a different timing, a different way of doing things. So we want to be able to offer them a game that can get them into the fold as well, and they can have fun with Ninja Gaiden through that. So we're trying not to make it like an easy versus hard dichotomy. We're just trying to bring everybody into the fold with different sorts of play styles.
And so part of keeping it a little bit more grounded is, of course, the reality of gigantic mechs.
Of course. You know, I have one of these in my backyard. There are going to be definitely huge boss battles. This is what Ninja Gaiden has, grown up with. People have been with us through these, so we're not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. We want to have a good action experience and really make a fun action game that's, that feels modern. So you're going to have elements where we're trying to humanize him and show him as a dark hero, and other elements where it's just going to be pure action and you just have fun with, the combat.
And one of the things I think fans will notice is that there is still that holding the block and then moving the left thumbstick to dodge, but the dodge isn't a roll dodge anymore, it's a slide, right?
Right. So fans will notice a lot of different little minor tweaks to the combat system. For that one in particular, yeah, the slide is also worked into more events on some of the stage actions that you'll do throughout the game. But the slide is also, mechanics-wise, you can knock enemies up into the air with that and use it to sort of chain into combos. So rather than just being purely a defensive maneuver, you can actually kind of use it for offense as well. The combat system should feel familiar to fans, but we want to change up things and offer them a little bit of new stuff as well. So hopefully they'll get into those changes as well.
And, Ninja Gaiden 2 really kind of, I think, swung towards the fantastical. Certainly going to a place with rivers of blood everywhere.
Sure.
You're showing this demo off in a realistic city, so is that more of the kind of the angle for Ninja Gaiden 3?
For Ninja Gaiden 3, we're definitely trying to make it more real. We're trying to make the story actually make sense, which is a challenge, but we're going to make it happen. So yeah, this one, the E3 demo that we're showing here takes place in London. We're definitely looking at having sort of real places, but that doesn't mean we're forgetting, the fun that people have, come to know and love from Ninja Gaiden.
One of the things I've noticed is that not seeing decapitations or arms getting lopped off. What was the reasoning behind that?
So Ninja Gaiden 2 was about having fun doing that. When we were thinking about how to make it real and what it really feels like to cut someone with a katana, it's not about lopping hunks of meat off of people. And when you do that, they become less of a person and it's just cannon fodder. It's just a game. So if we're going to try and make it real, try and make it visceral, and try and get the player connected to the actual combat in more than just a mechanical way, but like at an emotional level, you can't just go and do that sort of like cartoony stuff. So that was sort of the thought behind getting away from the decapitations. You'll see the enemies sort of stumble away and walk away. With the voices, you'll hear them like cry out in pain and like fear for their lives. So it's more of that sort of that kind of reality that we're looking for.
And is sort of this idea of sort of killing and all the killing that Ryu has done over the years, is that tied, I guess, to what looks like a fiend kind of infected arm, right?
Yeah, I can't really go into the details for what's going on with his arm, but yeah, it is definitely connected with it. What I can tell you is right now, gameplay-wise, as you kill more enemies, that's when it starts to glow, and when it glows, that's when you can pull off this ultimate technique.
Great, and when can people expect to see Ninja Gaiden 3 out in stores?
So Ninja Gaiden 3 will be out in stores for both 360 and PS3 in early 2012. We also just announced a Wii U version, which will be later.
Great, thanks so much. So you've been getting a look at Ninja Gaiden 3. We got to see and learn all about the new combat system and what has changed from Ninja Gaiden 2. Finally, you're going to have a story that actually makes some sense. So we're going to go ahead and throw it on over to Naomi.
Thanks a lot, everybody. And as a quick reminder to all our fans out there, if you want easy access to all of our E3 videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/IGN. Right now, we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back soon. Coming up, we have some super cool games like The Darkness 2, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and Resident Evil. We'll see you soon.